Good evening. Sorry, the cat must have stood on the camera thing. Can you let me know if you can hear me okay? I seem to have got something in my eye. Oh, goodness. There I am. I'm back now. Good evening and welcome to this evening's chat. We have Willow. Good evening. Happy Sunday night to you as well. Sandra, hi there. Mary, good evening. Nadine, oh, got tea ready and everything. Well done, you. Carol, hiya. Lana, good evening. Patrick, hello. HM from Northern Carolina, where it's a toasty 24 degrees C. I would be a melted puddle of meltedness, I have to say. Let me just move that a bit. There we go, that's a bit better. Oh, Lana, thank you for that. Glad to hear we can all hear me. Nova, good evening. Dominic, good evening. Joe, hello. Isn't it lovely? Susan, good evening. Good to see you here. Well, how has your Sunday been? Mine has been exceedingly quiet. I have done nothing. Well, I've put one load of washing in. That is about it. Couldn't believe it. Just one of those days where, well, I was up at stupid o'clock this morning. I think I was up before 5. Hi, Sarah. Good to have you here. Justine, good evening. Yeah, I was up before 5 this morning. Made my flask of coffee. Then about 8 o'clock had a nap. And never did that thing. Nova, don't mess with my head. I know I got the days wrong yesterday, but this is Sunday night because I'm sure everyone would tell me if I was wrong. Louise, good evening. Thank you very much for that. A temporary exhibit about hair. Okay. Lana, decluttering in your art studio. Oh, good. Well done, you, for the decluttering. Carreno, good evening. Ben, good to see you. I was starting to get worried about you. Decluttering. Oh, closed for heavy rain with the roof caving in. Oh my goodness. Nova, thank you for that. I was starting to worry. But yeah, I did so little today. I really did. I've had a hot bath, I've had a nap, I've eaten cake, drunk lots of tea. Really not done an awful lot, I have to say. Carol, well done on that. We like it when things start to turn around. Susan, look at you decluttering and being to the tip. Well done. Anna, good evening. Nice to have you here. Avril, hello. Patrick, well, yeah, I had said to Patrick, I think I'm giving up. And he's like, yeah, just stop. I totally agree with you, Patrick. Sunday's a day of rest. And it certainly was today. You were at the UK Preppers meet, so stayed off comms. Well, I hope you had fun, Ben. It sounded like a good thing from what I heard. From what I saw. Yeah, nothing wrong with having rest. I totally agree with you. Planning for the future, been doing a lot of thinking about mine and what I will need. Yeah, Sarah, I completely get that. It just, it's just something. And because I know that, because of what happened to mum and dad's house, I need to make sure that Kathleen's sorted. Joe, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, you're allowed to have a miserable day. I think hot bath, chocolate, and everything else that you think you need, you go and have it. You have my sympathy. That must have been pretty crap. Carsey, thank you so much for that. Lovely to have you here. A Kumari, good evening. Nice to have you here. Yeah, and that's the sort of thing, there's Joe just lost her husband and I have no doubt, Joe, your head will be mince, complete mince. And you'll be looking at different things that you need to think of, different things that you need to sort out. I know when we lost my dad, my mother just completely checked out, and it was me that had to do everything. Oh, Cards, you're Yasmin. Thank you for that. Good evening. But yeah, I know, as I say, mum just completely checked out. So I learned an awful lot about estates and sorting things out and trying to work things out. It was a very steep learning curve. So take your time, do the best you can, and don't be rushed by anyone. You know, you have to get yourself sorted so that you're comfortable with it. So yeah, big hugs from us, Joe. Um, yeah, self care is very important. As I've said before, my self care is hot baths. I'm sure there's been times when I have been like a bull in a china shop and then I've stomped off saying, I'm going for a hot bath. And Patrick has breathed a huge sigh of relief because I've gone to go and have a bath and relax. I'm sorry to hear that, Yasmin. Um, oh, the best, both at the bigger store, smaller one that's at the counter. Oh, I was, do you know, I was having a thing today. There I was, sitting like a good wee soul, relaxing, doing not an awful lot. And our boss he was in Poland at the weekend. So he was coming back today. So I was looking at his flight to see, one, cross my fingers that he was on it, and two, um, what sort of time he was due in. And I had this flight, in fact, let me get my photo. I took a photograph. So I had this flight radar thing that I looked at. And I was sitting there and I was like, what on earth? Because you know how we're getting told about this global warming and we're going to have to not have gas boilers and we're going to have to not have this and not have this and 15-minute cities and we all need to have electric cars and all that sort of bull pookie. So there I was having this look. Now, let me just turn this round. This was at 19 minutes past 4 today. Oh, hang on. Go away. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not very good at this. Hang on. That was the planes in the air. Why can you not see that? Oh, I can't tilt it the right way. I'm not very good at this at all, am I? Hang on. Oh no, I can't reach that. Anyway, you just imagine, look at all these yellow bits there. The whole picture is covered in those yellow bits. It is just a mass of yellow. There you go. See? Complete mass of yellow. And they're telling us, yeah, exactly, Ben. It's the cow's fault. Thankfully, that's not actual proper cards, Dominique, but thank you for that. So yeah, and I was just like, why are we getting told to do all this stuff? And why are we getting told, as Ben says, that it's cows? There were thousands of planes up in the air at 4:15 this afternoon, and they're telling us that my wee car going 10 miles a day is causing global warming, or that my gas central heating boiler is causing global warming. I think not. Honestly. So that was my wee thing again. That I had today when I was just looking at it going, why are there so many planes in the sky on a Sunday, for goodness sake? So yeah. Oh, Joe, your mum was, yeah, my mum's got dementia. That's why she's had to go into a care home because I could not. I lived with her for about 6 months and I was in contact all the time with the social worker. And the social worker eventually went to her supervisor and said, we have to get her into care because it was killing me. Mum was phoning me like 3, 4, 5 times in 10 minutes. And she had wandered out in the road and was crying, looking for me. There was actually a jogger went past, took her into the house and phoned me, and I had to run away from the office. So yeah, I feel for you, Joe. It's not an easy time at all. But as I say, hugs. If I can help, email me. Do you know anything like that? Yeah, Sarah, that was a good thing about lockdown, was the lack of planes crisscrossing the planet. But somebody, it's just one of those things where they're like, oh, but we have to do. I mean, the UK is tiny. Behave yourself. What difference is that going to be? Patrick had a delivery to the Stag Brewery. Oh, right, no, that's not me. There's all those different things. So basically, I'm just not going to change what I'm doing because I think all this stuff they're doing is complete rubbish. So I am going to be prepping. I am going to be buying my reduced stuff because it's payday next week. Yeah, payday. Bless. Kathleen Kathleen was well trained as a child. That if she wanted something and I went, it's the week before payday, she's just like, yeah, okay, and toddled off because it just wasn't happening. So interested about a long sentence about Earth temperature showing we actually haven't had that much effect on the planet. Yeah, Dominique, I have to. It's one of those things that as you see more stuff, we've had all the horror stories, and we've had these horror stories about various things. But we're now getting, we've got to stop driving. We've got to stop the gas. I mean, this stupid thing that someone said about Scotland, they're not going to allow you to sell a home if it's got a gas boiler. Are you having a laugh? How do you think we're staying warm here? I mean, really, total ridiculousness. But I also saw the other video with the yes, you're saying that we shouldn't be driving and we should be, using electricity. How do we get electricity? Now, I had not thought of this, but as we know, when I told you about the thing with the carrots and thinking I couldn't make soup because I didn't have fresh carrots to grate instead of just mushing up the frozen ones I had. Sometimes it takes my brain a wee while to think of common sense. So there I was, and I read this article. Well, I didn't read the article, I read the headline. And as the guy said, he says, you're wanting us to stop out, you're wanting all the electricity, everything's to be run by electricity. What are solar panels made of? What are wind turbines made of? What are electric cars made of? Stuff that's made from oil and gas, or the byproducts of oil. So you can't just stop oil production, stupid man. Honestly, I do not know. And yeah, as for Rishi flying London to Birmingham, I mean, have you seen that thing on Facebook with our survey asked what's a cheap form of transport, and Rishi Sunak says helicopter. Is that not just the way we're feeling? Louise, what preps am I thinking of doing now for this coming winter? Okay, I hate to say it. I'm now looking at what I need to make for Christmas. There will be a whole lot of soup making stuff. I've got plenty of lentils, but I need to get more carrots, more onions, more turnip. I need to get that done. Catherine, good evening. Nice to see you. Mandy, nice to have you here. Thank you for popping on. Yasmin, you're from Sheffield. My uncle was born there. He lived there for ages. Through maximum just now. Yeah, there's something about that for the thing. Nova, in the UK, you don't have to get a permit for a log stove, depending on your local authority. I know that, I mean, I don't think you can get them in London. Up here in my local authority, I didn't need a permit. I just got the guys to do it. Yeah, and Susan, they can't recycle. Paul, am I stocking up in wood? Oh, yes. I went to all the boys. I saw the boys at the Edgar's birthday party, and I was like, where's my wood? And they looked at me like I was stupid, and they're like, wood? It's summer. I was like, yeah, and I've got to get through the whole of winter. Any wood you have, I want it. So the guys at work will start bringing me wood again, and I'll get it in the wood pile, get it in the shed, get it in the big thing that I've got outside the back door. We need to get Patrick to cut it up for me because nobody wants me using the circular saw at work. By the way, Patrick, I have a whole lot of wood that could you please come and put it through the circular saw at work because everyone will have a heart attack if I go near it. So, yeah. Jumps around in private jets, tell me I can't have a combi boiler or not. So, see, Lana, I'm with you on that one. Just no. In a very Scottish turn of phrase, go boil your head, which is go boil your head. Lots of soup ingredients to fit. Oh, new to us freezer. Well done. Freezers are fabulous. Oh, Dominique, I'm with you in the pollution. There's no need for it. All this, what do they call it? The fast fashion and everything. It's utterly ridiculous. Just no need for it at all. But I think they need to be realistic about it. Crazy, Crazy Solo, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Well, look, you're absolutely right. Summer now will not be summer forever. Lisa, good evening. Nice to see you here. Yeah, Nova, I've seen that. Where was it? Up in Braemar. Braemar, they were saying that the council are going to make them take out their coal fires. And they're going to have to put in, well, at that time it was gas boilers. But again, I mean, it's just whatever you've got, and hopefully they'll get sensible before they make everybody rip them out. New to us freezers the 3 times as that. Well, I know what you mean. I had to, I got a chest freezer, quite a big chest freezer, because that's what Mum and Dad had, and I was used to having that space, and a little small one was not going to hack it. So yeah, cheese flan. Yasmin, not sure what you mean by that. If you're talking about a pastry case with egg and cheese and onion, I can rattle that up in 5 minutes, no problem. Talking about being careful attracting mites in your pantry. Okay. Bugs hate dry bay leaves. Yep. Soup videos, no problem. I did have a thing with the soup. If you were watching the videos yesterday, you'll know I came home last night because I'd left the soup on in the slow cooker. Now, I'd left it on at high. I'd put it on about 12 o'clock. I turned it off about 10 o'clock, and the lentils were not cooked through. So obviously, that was not high enough. So I think if I want my proper old-fashioned lentil soup, I am going to have to put it in the pot and do the thing. Javier, good evening. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, different soups need to be done. Sorry, Yasmin, it's just when I'm reading it fast, I just sort of lose the plot. Oh yes, mites. Can I just mention one of the things? Yeah, well, I think I probably should have left the soup on it. Just ridiculous. Mites. There I was today cleaning out bits of the kitchen, because although I said I did nothing, I did actually do some bits. And I had a little dinky hot water bottle, but this size, that I got for Christmas. It's been eaten. I have a mouse. So I have cleaned all that bit. I have cleaned like the whole of the kitchen floor. But basically that's because Raven's been bringing in mice, and obviously she did not decease this one, and it was still alive, and it obviously made a wee nest. So I could not find said mouse. So everything's cleaned and everything's squishy is away, and it's like, it's like a hospital floor now. I threw so much stuff at this floor. But I haven't seen the mouse since. But I'm hoping that when I left the door open, when I came in from work a couple of days, that it had the wee mousey went out all by itself. So yeah, fingers crossed. Good evening, Bob. Nice to see you. Pressure cooker is, yeah. Yes, pressure cooker is good. Watching your video about moving, will Kathleen take over the house? That I haven't got that far yet. That's part of my thinking, because there's the whole thing of inheritance, and there's still property that Dad had and things like that. So and you've got to do stuff 8 years beforehand. But if she takes over the house, can I get the mortgage paid off? If I want to pay off the mortgage, then I need to sell this place to buy somewhere else, and it's a whole messy head thing. So we're not quite sorted. Queen Regal. I like that, Yasmin. That's nice. Cat scared of his own shadow and would not like me. See, I thought Raven was her whole scared of her whole shadow. Willow, yes, planning to sell the house. That was the whole plan, but that was before Kathleen moved back. So yeah, the whole thing is a bit completely a bit complicated. They've also it is Raven's 4th birthday today, according to Kathleen. Say that, yes. There certainly has been a moose loose about the house, can I just say. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's not there anymore because that just wouldn't be good. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that. That's, yeah, your head's going to be minced as well. Lack, good evening. Nice to have you here. Digby, thank you for Raven's happy birthday. I think as long as she doesn't bring in a mouse tonight, then I may open a tin of tuna for her happy birthday, for her 4th birthday. But yeah, that's probably the best she's going to get. Maybe the rubber fruit didn't do the rubber willow. It just did the fluffy covering. But yes, what am I prepping for winter? So as I say, anything I want to make for Christmas, I need to start thinking about now because time is always a killer. Soups, definitely need soups. I need to get stews as well. So anything like any reduced meat that I get, whether I make sausage casseroles, beef stew, pork, whatever stuff. Anything I can make. Comfort food is definitely for here. I mean, Kathleen and I had comfort food at 4:00 this afternoon because it was belting down with rain. It was cold. It was horrible. So we went and had soup and bread rolls out the bread maker thing, the part baked rolls. We had them because it was horrible. So yeah, freeze bags of flour rice oats for 3 days to kill off any eggs. Oh, good idea. I have put my flour and stuff up in Mylar bags. I didn't freeze it first. Have I shopped with Temu yet, Cam? Any good? Louise, I haven't. I have to say, because Temu to me is like that Shein, Shein or Shien, whatever it is. And to me, it's just fast fashion. It's cheap. I'd rather not. I'd rather spend my money on something that's a bit better made, rather than just have a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, I haven't touched Temu yet at all. Although one of my friends did invite me to be a member, it's just like, no. If you have it there, loaded stuffed potato soup. Don't know that. I shall have to investigate that, Catherine. Thank you for that. Started selling Temu and keeps trying to get us to buy things from her. Yep, well, that wouldn't be me. Well, I have to say that's obviously someone who's maybe they've lost their job, maybe they're looking to make some extra money or whatever. You just never know. But yeah, Ben, yeah, yes. Actually, yeah, taking it out of food, I totally agree with Ben's there. It's logs, wood, more wood, blankies. I am the queen of blankies. I've got so many blankies. So many blankies. I actually gave Patrick one yesterday because it has to be done. Because it's the sort of thing at the moment here in this area of Scotland, it's not summer hot weather anymore, but it's not cold enough to actually put your duvet back on your bed. So what you need is like your coverlet or your sheet and then just a wee lightweight quilty thing over the top of it. So I gave Patrick one of my blankies. I still have like under the bed completely full of blankies. Hand warmers, hot water bottles, my wrist warmers, I need to finish them. Yes, I know it was September last year I started them. In fact, possibly, yeah, it was a long time ago I started knitting them. So I'm still finishing off the second one. But yeah, hot water bottles are a definite must. Shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is lovely. Now, I saw somewhere somebody had done shepherd's pie in the pressure canner. They'd done like the mincy stuff and then put potato on top and then pressure canned it. So I'm going to try that. And if that works, then I'm going to make a whole lot of that stuff. Because that's just like take it out and you're done. It's great. Raw packed beef, lamb, pork, canned makes a fast stew. That is exactly what I've done. I've mainly raw packed meat. So, oh, is that who that was? I saw a headline about them harvesting info for somewhere, but I didn't realise it was Temu. Yeah. All for getting a side hustle to sell on a frugal living channel. Well, yeah, exactly. That's why I don't do that here. As you know, what we do. Oh, that's the other thing. Where are we going this month? This month on the Making a Difference, we are going to Perth Starter Pack. And that's people who, when someone's been like on their uppers, if they get a flat or they get somewhere to stay, they can get a starter pack and it's got like crockery, cutlery, glasses, stuff like that. And it helps them get started. Now, I knew a lady in Crieff who did that, but she took ill, so she had given her stuff to this Perth starter pack. So yeah, that's where this month's Making a Difference is going. I just need to phone them. I'd thought I'd not phone them at the weekend, but that's where it's going. So once I find out what day I can go through, because they're open while I'm at work. So I need to speak to someone about that. So yeah, just so that you know. And if you're new to the channel, if you haven't heard about that, what we do is I ask you to watch the ads. I know it's a killer sometimes, but we take normally about a third of whatever I make in the monetization and it goes to various different causes. We've done Graham's Kitchen in Dundee, which is for the homeless. We've done Kincaidstone Club down in Ayr, which is for people who are struggling down there. We've done food banks, etc., etc., community fridges, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's where it's going this month. So just thought I'd let you know that. Oodie. Oh, Willow, yes, I have an Oodie. Well, it's a fake Oodie. But yes, big floofy stuff. Kathleen loves big floofy stuff. So between the two of us, we've got lots. The thin packaged hand and feet warmers. I don't have them, no, but I've got loads and loads of woolly socks. And my dad had like proper wool socks and ski socks and stuff. So I've got all of them. So we're all, sort of sorted on that. Digby, you had 3 orders from Tritfoot mixed quality. Yeah, that's a bit, one of the things I heard that we're not sure of the quality. Oh, Willow, how did that go? Because I thought about buying that and didn't actually do it. I haven't got myself a vacuum thing yet because, time. I have enough problems trying to dehydrate and can stuff. Oh, Shane does baking stuff. I did not know that, Nova. Yasmin, you work in a charity. Nice. UK government said they're planning on inflation being at 10% by the end of the year, which would be 10% at the end of the year if them will cost 10% more. Yeah, exactly. Carol, yeah, daughter is pretty much back. She always stayed near, but yeah, she's moved back just now. Sorry, I've got something in my eye again. Thank you for the compliments on the Making a Difference. Paula, thank you so much. That's lovely of you. Primark knockoff fake Oodie. Willow, that was my instruction from my daughter. Was get her the Oodie from Primark. It was the baby Yoda from the Mandalorian. So that was what she got for Christmas, was the baby Yoda. Am I friends with Mike Hawk? Okay, you've had your fun. You done? Dear, oh dear. Temu Wish Time Source. Yeah, cheap works when you're in need with a lot of cash. Yeah, sometimes you get good, great deals. Sometimes, yeah, you need pie things and stuff like that, like pie trays and shoes and stuff. Teddy fleece bedding. Oh, Lana, Kathleen beat you to that a while ago. Kathleen has a stash of teddy bear bedding. So yeah, that's it. Top meals to prep for. Louise, actually, Kathleen and I have a plan. If you've seen the videos, you'll have seen that Kathleen lost her job recently. And what I struggle with is time. And there's a lot of people have asked for more cooking, which I can really only do at the weekend. But actually, Kathleen's quite good at cooking. So I've asked her if she could do us a few cooking videos. So that will be things like mince, mac and cheese, soup, very basic, very easy to put together meals, because I am not one who does the, a bit of this and a bit of that, and the recipe's got 20 ingredients. It just doesn't work with me. So yeah, we're hoping that next week or the week after, Kathleen will be able to do some videos. But yeah, Louise, mine are, I do mince for cottage pie, mince and potatoes, bolognese, stuff like that. We do beef stew, which is literally throw the meat in with a stock cube and some veggies and some water in the slow cooker. That's all I do. So things like that. But yeah, hopefully Kathleen will be doing some videos soon. Yeah, exactly. I think they do that as well. But yeah, other things from Wish that like tempted. Oh, of course, yeah, Wish as well. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, so Shane is good for baking products. That is good to know. Hope Raven pops in to say hello. Highly unlikely, Louise, because she literally just went outside when I started this video. So yeah, that she's probably not going to go, because she was only out for a short time earlier today because the heavens opened, and when she came in, the description could only be like a drowned rat. Oh, poor little black cat. Kathleen took one of her t-shirts and tried to dry it off. She got so wet. So yeah. Maria making jam in the slow cooker. Yay, well done you. Let's see, upcoming cooking videos. Yes. Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. It's Kathleen, she learnt to cook when she was young. I mean, I remember her being about 10 years old at 8 o'clock at night, going, Mummy, gonna make some sponge cakes. And it's like, really? And then I was like, ooh, cake with a cup of tea. And she could rattle together, just basic sponge cakes when she was quite young, because I just had her cooking with me. It was just her and I, so we just did cooking. So yeah, cooks like a boss when he wants to. Sounds good, Catherine. Manny, good morning. When you're retired, I'll have lots of time. Oh yeah, I intend having lots of time when I'm retired. I just don't think the retirement's going to be just quite as quick as I thought it was going to be, sadly. Sick of the rain. Oh yeah, definitely sick of the rain. And the cat definitely was not impressed with it at all today. She really was not. She came in, she was meowing very loudly. And the thing was, Kathleen and I had heard the rain. Kathleen came downstairs and was like, can you hear that? And I was like, yes, I can. Have you got the cat? No, I think she's outside. It's like, well, I haven't heard her meowing. And then all of a sudden, there was this huge meow at the door. So Kathleen went running and got her, and she just was a mess. Bless her little cotton socks. So I thought we were doing it. Yeah, you see, I thought we were doing another heat wave as well, Joe. They said August we were getting a heat wave. It is now 6 days into August. Where is my heat wave? Says me that doesn't like the heat, but really? Well, yeah, Raven was a poor soul, and poor Kathleen was giving it. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, baby. That's very wet and looks like a drowned rat. What can I say? Lana, Thursday to be 24 degrees Celsius. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I don't really think I want that. I don't want it to be 24. Can we just have it at like 18? Oh, Catherine, how nice the young people have heard all my programs. With your son and Sarah Bacon cook. Young folks have all the energy. Yeah, definitely. She's got a lot more energy than me. Yeah, Ben, summer. I seem to remember that word used to be in my vocabulary. Seems to have disappeared over the last few years, though. Yeah, I'm with you. About 18 does me nicely. That'll suit me fine. Thank you very much. Um, but yeah, Kathleen is very happy. I went to Greg's yesterday and got a Too Good to Go bag, which I videoed. I'll put it up just after the live. So we got some sausage rolls and a steak bake. The steak bake's already gone. It lasted like 5 minutes. Once she found out I had one. But we've got some sausage rolls and stuff from Greg, so that'll do for lunch at work and things. I have to say, rain here too. I actually, when I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, I put the log burner on because it was so cold and the whole house felt cold because, of course, we'd had no heating on for days. And I thought, because the pipe up above my wood burner goes straight up the middle of the living room and then straight up through my bedroom, so it heats the whole house. So I had that on this morning just before 5. So that was definitely worth it. Yeah, the Too Good to Go bags are quite good. In saying that, I did look at what I spent yesterday on the Too Good to Go. Now what was it, £2.50 for the one that I got in Morrison's Cafe, which was pretty rubbish. Although if you compare it to what they pay or what they charge in the cafe, it was worth it. But no, Greg's wasn't too bad. But you're actually cheaper going to the supermarket, especially when you can get the Greggs sausage rolls in, is it Iceland, I think? Does anyone know where you can get the Greggs sausage rolls? I know you can get them in a freezer program. A freezer shop. Goodness gracious. What can I say? Green Moon, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Nova, no, I did not get the log burner that can be doing the whole heating thing. Just no. Oh, Crazy Solo, go get him. Him, her, it, whoever, just go fix things. And I hope everything's all right. Joe, thank you. Iceland, yes. So you can get the Greggs sausage rolls in Iceland, and it's probably like £2.50 for a box of 6. So it's cheaper than paying the £3.50 at the Too Good to Go, on the hope that you get something like that. Jane, good evening. Nice to see you. Who's that? Oh, yeah, Jane made alive. Avril, thank you. Iceland. Winter is coming quick this year. Leaves are turning yellow up north. Yeah, do you see, awesome? I thought I was seeing some leaves turning. I was like, no, can't possibly be. Joe, good evening. Nice to see you. We don't care about late. Do you know, you're here. We like that bit. Vicky, good evening. Nice to see you. And yay for making the chat. M&S sausage rolls are wonderful. Bob, I would do that, but I have to say M&S is in the centre of the town, which would mean I need to go into the centre of town and find parking and stuff. Greg's obviously you have on the outskirts as well, and Iceland is on the outskirts. Do you think this coming winter is going to be as hard as last year? Okay, let's do a wee instant poll. Was last year's winter hard? Because I didn't think it was very hard. Patrick, was I moaning about winter last year? I didn't think it was too bad. Okay, now I'm hoping, please forgive me if I'm wrong, is that Rasheen? Because I know a guy from Poland and he's called Rosen, and I'm like, so I'm hoping it's Rasheen. People are also picking right blackberries. I'm not ready for that. I need to go and check on the road tips. I haven't driven that road for ages. Yeah, Willow, bulk frozen things in Iceland. Farm foods, remember you get the vouchers. You can get them online if you email. I got like 30 quid's worth of vouchers. Okay, Ben, you're saying it was freezing down south. Freezing's normal. It's when it gets to -16, that's when I start worrying. You know, when the bread van can't actually get into our local co-op. M&S next to... Oh! Stupid me! M&S and... Oh! Thank you. Can't believe I forgot there's an M&S food thingy on the outskirts of Perth. I can go there. I do not have to go into town. Cannot believe I forgot about that. Right beside Aldi as well. Ah! Who needs to be doing that? Haven't sold a fraction of the price. All money goes to charity. Yes, that I think that's too good to go. We've got that here as well. Freezing in Essex with no heating on. Yep. Oh, I got your name right, Rasheen. Thank you. You only had one really bad week. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It wasn't really that bad. Oh, Digby, you're right. Yeah, financially it's going to be awful. Sheet ice, but last year we'd hardly any snow. A few days hard frost. Yeah. Rose hips are ready too. I need to go and check. I need to go and check on the rose hips. Vicky, well done on the knitting. And thank you for listening to the videos. Yeah, the food's making me hungry as well. What can I say? I think I'm further north. Okay. You only know because that's where your in-laws live. Yeah, see, but I can't believe I forgot about it. This is the thing. I mean, it's like I was so proud of myself when I thought about putting the carrots into the soup this week, and I was like, why is it taking you this long to think of that? That's actually, I think, Justine, I think you made a good point there. It's going to be a big difference. Because of the price change last winter, I think a lot of us put our heating down. So we maybe had it a couple of degrees below. So our houses weren't as warm as we were used to because it cost us so much to run the heating. And that's something that I hadn't actually thought of. So Justine, thank you for that. That could make a big difference. If you're used to, say, your house being at 20 degrees for the last 5 years, but last year, because of the cost of it, you put it down to 18, you're going to have felt it chillier the whole winter, where actually the outside wasn't like really, really cold, but it will have felt a lot colder. So that will be interesting to see. I think a lot of people will have felt winter was colder just because they turned down their heating. Kitchen table had the extension. The brothers moved, dad earned more money, kids age moved. Yeah, Catherine, that was us as well. I remember my dad went to the cash and carry and everything when we first got the freezer, and then we stopped using it as much, and now I am absolutely doing that and stuff like that. Yeah, pulled the freezer carrots out of your brain storage. It's amazing what I can remember when I don't actually know I remember it. Patrick laughs at me because he'll have told me something a few weeks ago, and then he'll be like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And I said, remember I told you. And once it clicks, I remember the whole conversation or the whole information that he gave me. But I don't remember when he first starts talking about it. I've got to actually sort of sit and concentrate and do the thing. Otherwise, I just forget it all. What can I say? Thermal curtains at your door. Nice. Well, at least you're getting your new front door with the draft excluder thingy. Yeah, I mean, I've got curtains up at the doors. I've got bubble wrap still on my windows. I've got the whole lot. Just because I have no heating on just now. The only thing I do is a couple of times a week I'll put on the water heater, have a bath, and that gives me hot water for the rest of the week. Awesome. I'm with you. More clothes. I actually have my clothing sorted. Like my t-shirt drawer has long sleeve t-shirts and short sleeve t-shirts. And then there's the strappy tops. And then there's the thicker long sleeved t-shirts. And then there's the shirts. And then there's the jumpers. So depending on the weather, it depends on how many layers you put on, what the layers are, because I can wear the same shirt, like this black t-shirt. In the winter, I will have a cozy long sleeve t-shirt on under it. As it's sort of the tail end of spring or the beginning of autumn, it'll be a strappy top under it because I don't need to be as warm as a long sleeve. And there's all these different layers that I have. And then, of course, there's the blankies. And then, of course, there's last year's birthday present, which is the electric heated blankie, the over blankie that is tartan and floofy and stuff. So I have so many layers depending on the weather. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. Also talking about boots thick enough, I have army boots. I helped out army cadets loads and loads of years ago. And I had parade boots that they issued me, and oh my goodness, my feet hurt. But then the people who'd been there for years told me, go and get these ones that are like, just tell the guy in the shop it's the ones that are like trainers. So I went into this shop. It's an ancient shop in Perth, and it does loads of like worky stuff and stuff for cadets and things like that. And I build those boots so they're like proper waterproof. But yeah, if we get any more than like quarter inch of snow, I am digging in the cupboard of doom, get out the boots, get the boot polish on, get the big woolly socks on, etc., etc. So yes, I know what you mean by the layers, the boots, everything like that. Oh, Vicky, I didn't realise that. I shall talk more when I am doing things. When I'm actually pointing things out on the videos, I shall talk more so that you can hear me. As if I don't talk enough. But thank you for that. I'm glad it helps. Lana, Merino wool thermals. I have to say I don't have them, but I do have. Last year, I got thermals for Kathleen and I from Marks and Spencers, and I just got a whole lot when they were on offer. So there we have the ones that we've used last year, and there's also some spares just in case. Yes, Willow, really good challenge. Ben, good on the 10 years, and I bet you used yours a lot more than I used mine, because I don't use mine unless there's more than quarter of an inch of snow. In which case there is a whole lot of stuff gets dragged out from the cupboard of doom, the boots being part of it, the proper ski boots, ski socks and things like that. It's all there, and then the blankies and everything like that. So yeah, wool socks for the army boots. Yep, very hard on the foot. Yeah, awesome. I have to say, the first time I went out for the full day in the issued boots, which were parade boots, the sole didn't bend as very much because they were new as well. Oh, I was just about finished by the end of it. And the other people took one look at me and said, "Did you not get other boots?" And I was like, "No, this is what you gave me." And they're like, "Oh my God, we need to tell you this is where you have to go. This is what you have to do, blah, 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 blah." So, yeah. You think August was a bit early to be thinking so much about ways to keep warm. Have you seen the weather out there? It is belting down with rain. It is cold. And no, I mean, we had the heating on in the office last week. We actually put the little fan heater on to take the edge off the cold. So, yeah, I think for whatever reason it is happening, I am more like, I don't care what month it is, what season it is. I'm going with what the weather feels like. And if I'm cold, I'm going to be heating myself up. Oh, Crazy Solo, I'm so glad he's waiting for the police. It was someone drove into it. Good. I'm glad to hear he's fine. Oh, user, thank you. Autumn is very beautiful, Jane. I like that. Joe, I have looked at the patterns for crochet and tube socks, and I have loads and loads of wool to crochet tube socks. I just don't understand the pattern too well yet. I need to sit down and do that. Robster, love the shopping hauls. Well, next week you should have fun, Robster, because I get paid next weekend. So there will be a lot of shopping getting done. Leg warmers. Nah, I can't do that, Willow. I cannot do leg warmers. I was there in the 80s when they were actually there, and I just can't. I saw so many people looking like complete pelunkers with them. We are not doing leg warmers. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. Val Singh, good morning. Nice to see you. Love homemade socks, blankies, exactly. Yeah, I think you're going to have to send me that pattern, Joe, for the socks. Put on fingerless gloves and to tight. Yeah, Digby, we found that in the office. That was our thing. Oh, did I tell you I got a new keyboard? Bought myself a new keyboard at work. It's a gaming one because I learned to type on a manual, so I like a clicky keyboard. Fabulous. Rainbow Obsidian, nice to see you again. Yeah, crazy. I'm, annoyed I could get. I wouldn't like to see Patrick if someone hit his car. Well, yeah, seeing the trees change is definitely fabulous. Living in layers. No, Vicky, I completely agree. It's not summer weather just now. So yeah, same as you. I'm just living in whatever it needs to be at the time. As I say, I had the wood burner on this morning. Yep, Rainbow, you and I are going to have to agree to disagree with leg warmers. Jackie, hot water in the bed. Yeah, well, I have the cat, so it's not too bad. She lies on top of the bed beside me and snuggles in. Yeah, well, we're still not up for leg warmers. Sorry. Wool jumpers. I have to say, wool jumpers. I've kept all my dad's wool jumpers because he got some proper wool jumpers, and I don't care what I look like if it's cold because I am of the opinion that, yeah, if it's that cold, if it's minus something, I'm going to be warm. I'm not having this, oh, you need to come into work in a suit. I will come into work. It's an old warehouse that we work in that's been made into offices. I will come into work in whatever keeps me cozy. So, yeah. Thank you, Joe. Very nice of you. Thank you. Ben, yes, my keyboard is all colourful. It has lights that light up. But the biggest thing is because of the speed I type, because I am a typist, as I say, I learned to type in the manual typewriters. I think the fastest I was tested at, probably when I was in my 30s, was 120 words a minute. And I've killed 2 keyboards in 5 years. So Kathleen had said that the gaming keyboard, because she knows I like the clicky ones. So we got a pretty one with a matching mouse. Oh, Green Moon, no. No. No, you're not allowed to do Christmas till after my birthday, which is the end of October. It's just not allowed to be done. Yeah, no. No, Roisin, that's not good at all. Yep. Oh, I know we're not looking forward to winter, but I think, see, between doing a bit of prepping, getting hot, comforting food recipes swapped round so that we can do cheap, comforting, stuff. I think we'll get through it. Yeah, Digby, I have no words. Oh, Catherine, that's not good. I hope you're okay. 100 and everyone, don't forget to hit the like. Thank you, Ben. I forgot about that. I don't particularly look at that side of the screen. So yeah, anyone who's here, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a good night. It's been a good weekend. We have been resting. We're talking about prepping for the winter because it's cold already. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed, it would be lovely to have you here. Yeah, layers for winter. Definitely has to be done. Long johns, no, I'm not doing long johns. In saying that, I won't do long johns, but I'll put leggings on under my jeans because they're not long johns. Because we just all, we all know like Steptoe and Son, don't we? And we just can't do it. So no, can't be done. Lana, you're almost finished Christmas shopping. That's way too organised. I thought I was doing well starting to think about it now. Oh, Chatterbox, didn't know you were live tonight. I'm sorry, I didn't put it on till the back of, or till this afternoon. Rainbow said you'd be grateful you don't have. See, we're getting -10 a bit more often here now. I remember the first time I was in a van driving. They were saying it was going to snow, so I threw Kathleen in the van. She was probably about 15. So you're talking about 15 years ago, 13 years ago. Threw her in the van and went, we're going up to the shop, we're getting bread, milk, we're locking ourselves in, that's it, because nothing's going. And it said on the van -16. I nearly had conniptions. I had never seen it like that before. So, yeah. Gaming keyboards are the best. Yep. Birthday after your son's birthday, October 31st. Yep. 13 degrees next day will be low 20s overnight. Alan, you made it. Good evening. Nice to see you. No Christmas here either till after my son's birthday, October 31st. See? Yeah, totally get that. No Christmas till after the end of October. Yeah, Rainbow, funnily, yeah, I'm getting -10s. Things have been changing over the last few years. One of the few things I remember from my high school geography class was that our average temperatures here in the UK were 5 and 15. So it was 5 in the winter and it was 15 in the summer. That was our average temperatures. And our average temperatures have changed. I don't remember what they are now, but they've definitely changed because I was so proud of myself that I remembered that from school. What can I say? Oh, Roisin, you're absolutely entitled to have long johns. If I was doing outdoor markets, I would be doing the same. Throws with Sherpa fleece. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Anything. I mean, basically, it's anything you've got that keeps you cozy. I have got stuff that I crocheted that's from stupid polyester yarn and stuff. Don't care if it keeps me cozy. Cares not a toss. Mary, yep, I don't do much Christmas stuff either. I mean, obviously, Kat's nearly 30 now, so she just gives me a list and I choose something. Young people trim up for Christmas in November. It used to be 2 weeks before. Yeah, exactly. Oh, don't, Lana. We have a thing. It was quite funny. Obviously, Patrick and I didn't do normal shopping until he moved up here, and we went shopping one Saturday in a supermarket. Yeah, now he knows why I don't do shopping on a Saturday, in the middle of the afternoon in a supermarket. It's not worth it because I just get so cross. Oh, Justine, around this time last year, we were all baking. Do you know, I actually have some frozen bananas in my freezer, like the bananas that have gone past it, ready for doing more banana bread. I just haven't got around to it yet because I've got no eggs in the house anymore. And yes, I threw out the eggs in the freezer because pretty much everybody said it's not going to turn out right the way you've done it because I didn't mix them up and stuff. So I just binned them. I wasn't taking any chances. So yeah. But yeah, Green Moon, I think that's a good idea as well. I'm just very seldom that organised. Rainbow, I have to say, my mum did that for me for years. I used to love getting this because obviously, you see the Fortnum and Mason Christmas hampers that are ridiculously priced. So my mum used to just shop for me for like 3 or 4 months beforehand, and then I'd have this big, huge bag of groceries to take home with me. So yeah, that was really nice. Good evening from Uzbekistan. Nice to have you here. Yeah, Crazy Solo with you. It's basically I get that for Kathleen. It's basically, what are you looking for? What can I get you? What do you want me to spend money on you for? And that's about it. Times are tough for me. Yeah, I mean okay. Oh please. Well done, Alan. For Christmas, I mean, when it was just Kathleen and I, we made our own papuri, by getting pine cones, getting a local joiner to do me some wood shavings, put some food dye on them, put some cheap smelly oils from the pound shop in them, and gave them to everybody. We did dough. Do you know the Play-Doh that you can bake stuff? You can do the homemade Play-Doh. We made stuff out of that. Anything like that we did, and it just came from Kathleen and I because she was young at the time, so it didn't have to be that good. Concussion, no recollection of shopping found in the spare room. Jeans, socks, shirts, all boys hand-me-downs. Cowboy boots. Oh, I like cowboy boots, I have to say. How busy the malls are in restaurants still, yet people struggling to pay rent and mortgages. Where are these people getting all the dollars from? I do not know, Rainbow. Certainly not me. I took a look at a menu. Somebody, it was a friend of ours, was playing live in a place a few miles up the road. And I was like, oh, Patrick and I could go there for dinner. That would be nice. And then I looked at their menu and went, are you having a laugh? They were like £20 for a burger. I was not impressed, to say the least. So, yeah, I will not be doing that. Yeah, Ben, I'm with you on that one. You see, we just do nowadays because, as I say, Cat's altered. We just do stupid things. We laugh about being dreadful at making Christmas dinner. For Mum, it was. I mean, we had this same Christmas dinner for like 5 years with my mother, and she just did. It was a standard. It was what we had. We had prawn cocktail, then we had turkey, and then we had, normally it was trifle, but then the trifle started getting wasted, so we started making pavlova or Eton mess, basically meringues and cream with some fruit added. So that was what we did. But yeah, paper chains. I remember doing the paper chains. We had so much fun with them. Eating lots of things with ginger and cinnamon. Oh yeah. Making clove oranges is a really good way of doing that, but don't get the jars of cloves out of the supermarkets. Go to a health food store or a cash and carry and get them there. Because Kathleen and I, we did clove oranges for a couple of years, and it was a health food store that we got them in. We got yeah, it was a health food store because there wasn't an Asian market in Perth, so we used that and did clove oranges. I also did a year of I made tablet, I made peppermint creams and flapjacks, and gave people a variety to a little Christmas tin with the 3 different sweeties in it. So yeah, things like that. That was great for the Christmas presents. Cooked any more food in the Jeffrey? Jeffrey is fabulous, Alan. Jeffrey has done scampi, and he has done chicken skewers, and this afternoon he did the steak bake for Kathleen, and he also did the part baked rolls for me with my soup. So yeah, we are loving Jeffrey. It's just, it's what I use now. But it's actually worked out very well because the whole air fryers have shifted round everyone. So now I've got what was Patrick's old air fryer, which was teeny weeny weeny. So I've stolen that off of him, given him the other one, and I'm taking the small one in to work. Decluttering Queen, thank you very much. I am just about to head off as well. Thank you so much for being here. It is that time, people. If there's anyone got any questions for me, please ask them now, because it is time to be looking at giving it up and getting myself sleeping, because I need to be at work early tomorrow morning, because, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Alan, for doing anything with pastry, fabulous. Utterly fabulous. Plus with your skewers and your ribs and stuff, because it's got the grill plate, it's just fabulous. So yeah, unless there's any questions, I will shut it down. Ben, clove oranges, you basically get cloves, you know, the ones that you get in pilau rice, the little stem things, the sticky things, and put them in oranges and they sort of deodorize and stuff. So yeah, that's clove oranges. Okay, nothing, no big burning questions. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. I really appreciate you taking the time. Have a great week. Don't work too hard. Don't cook too much. And enjoy your chocolate biscuits, because I will. Catch you later. Good night.